What's going on, guys? Welcome to PHP 809, guys. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel at PHP 809, guys. Look at that, the weather is looking so much better today, guys. We've got some new ride footage coming on, and also mic check, the mic has been sorted out. I actually tested it at home. You should hear everything coming out of both sides of the headphones. So, and also I'll be doing an actual video. The next video is going to be totally on motovlogging itself, but today's video is on basically, is this a good bike to have as your first bike? My brother's 2017 Harley-Davidson V-Rod Muscle. It looks insane, doesn't it? That looks crazy. It is a 1250, guys. If you don't even know what it is, this is my brother's. Mine's currently in the garage in some bits right now. But is this to have as your first bike? So I'm going to give you 5 things why this bike could be your first, either your bike to have as your first bike, but we're going to do a review on it itself. Now, first of all, it is a 1250cc bike. It's got one hell of an engine on it. It's a V-twin as well. These are discontinued too. And then basically you have the wide, ridiculous wide end, 240 millimeters wide. It's insane, guys. And I mean, just look at it. It looks like a peach, doesn't it? It looks like a peach. I mean, for me personally, you don't get much better looking bikes than that, because actually that's why I've got the bike. Mine's in red, this one's in white. It's a nice color on it too. It's got these nice little flakes in it. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. Nice flakes when the sun hits it. The main thing is, when you get the bike stock, it is very, very quiet, but it does move. It moves. And then you got the exhaust system on the back of these here. Oh my gosh, guys, you want to get them. These are the Vance & Hines 2-in-1 custom exhaust systems over here. You can buy them from the internet, second-hand or brand new, but these, in my opinion, sound the best so far I've heard. I'm yet to hear the ground pounder, which apparently is even louder. And also remember, these are debaffled, so hopefully you should be hearing even more noise today. Now, there's a few things that on this bike that is slightly changed from stock, i.e. the exhaust. We also have the lowering tool over here, which lowers it by 1 inch. And also we have the plate holder, which has been shifted from underneath the actual fender to over here next to the actual fender itself. That's a custom plate holder right there. This is currently mine. I put my brother's. It's just an actual holder for my phone. And then we have the light for the front, which I really like that. I really like that a lot. Then we've got the new tire stickers on the bike itself. Tell me what you think. So yeah, guys, what is the let me know in the comments, what do you think of the bike itself, how it looks stock wise, and also versus custom to this. Let's take it for a ride, shall we? Right, my favorite part of the day, we got the cold start. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. Right, let's take it out, shall we? Let's take it out. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is going on with that? I don't know what. Oh, that's not even clamped on properly, actually. What's going on, guys? Yes, I know. I said the mic's to be working and it's not working. Yeah, I have made some adjustments. And I'm going for a ride later to see how it gets on, but I mean, listen, you can't even hear me talking. So yeah, hopefully later go up a ride and it works 100%. We can hear me, no less wind noise, and also you can hear me a lot more clearer on the bike, because there's more excitement when I'm riding the bike than it is when I'm talking on a different video to edit onto the main content. And that's when I'll release a video of how to motovlog on your bike, because yeah, I've had some serious struggles of how to get this working, and videos have helped in the past,
but then videos haven't made me, you know, 100% into action where you guys can hear me on the motorcycle as clear as you could, hopefully. No, I'm not asking for clarity, but you know, I'm talking about just listening to me on the motorcycle without having problems. Now let's get back to the video. 5 reasons why you should have a Harley-Davidson V-Rod as your first bike, or five points, and you should have it, if you should have it at all, in your garage. So the first point we're going to talk about, which is probably the most important point, is price. Price wise, yeah, I'm not going to lie here guys, it is quite expensive for a motorcycle. I would say if you want some advice, you would need to spend about £10,000 on a V-Rod that is in good condition, that is with, you know, everything in a really good condition, no problems, no accidents, running well, and it's functioning properly. Safe obviously, but £10,000 is probably the price you'd be looking at. Let's pull over and stop some fuel, shall we?
Yeah, shall we?
Sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds so good.
Now, a few things on the V-Rod is the fuel tank is underneath the actual seat. Normally the fuel tanks are over there, and everyone thinks that it is the main place where you might find the fuel tank. Now, I always make that mistake. I always leave the ignition on. I lock my damn phone on the bike as well. I'm an idiot sometimes, honestly. She Louise. Right, so first thing about the V-Rod is the price. You're going to be spending some money for the actual bike itself. Neutral. Now that's always good, because it is made.
Listen again. I'm doing it again.
It's always worth that kind of money. Listen to it. Jeez. That is what I'm talking about.
Now we spoke about price. It is not cheap, this bike. There's a reason why, which is tied in with number 5. But our second thing is what we all look at too, is how fast is the bike? Does it light up like a Christmas tree off the line? Check this out. She sounds good, does she? Now guys, let me tell you something as well about the speed and the reason why it's so fast, and also why it's the most hated Harley-Davidson in the fleet. It is because it's water cooled. This is what they needed to do to get the most power out of it. It currently has 120 horsepower in that V-twin engine. It's designed by Porsche and it is water cooled, and that's why purists of Harley-Davidson hate it. And you know what? I just don't care, because when you're riding next to some other Harley-Davidson purist that has a air-cooled motorcycle by Harley-Davidson, they ain't gonna keep up. You're gonna keep up with nothing, boy. See ya. That is what's gonna be like, guys, and that's why they hate the bike. I don't understand why, but you know what? If they're broken down to the side because it's air cool, or because I'm flying past them and they can't keep up, gee Louise, I'll pick this bike hands down next to those. I mean, I haven't ridden one of those bikes yet, and maybe in the future it might turn my head around and I might like them too, but I'm not gonna say I hate the V-Rod because it's water cooled, and that's the reason why it is so fast, because it is water cooled. Listen to this. Second gear pull. I mean, come on. Don't hate. I mean, don't hate on things that are faster than you. Seriously, love it. So that is the reason why it is hated by the purists, because it's water cooled, and that's the reason why it's fast. You can make it faster. I mean, it's not super bike fast. It does keep it for 600 cc's up to about 80 miles an hour. My boy and I, Charles, we had a little play, and yeah, it kept up a little bit. But when you hit that rev range, that thing pulled nicely. But it is no slouch, this bike, at all. It can bring one hell of a smile to your face, and trust me, it is fast. The the thing about the speed though, guys, it does have only 5 gears, which means it's limited to 150 miles an hour. Not limited because you can take the limiter off, that is the gear range. So unless you get to put a 6-speed manual transmission in the bike to give yourself more speed allowed, which the bike can go faster, yeah, that's possible. And you can add more power by obviously tuning the bike with supercharged kit or turbocharged kit, which hopefully that might happen one day. But if you put it stock, I guarantee you'd be like, wowzers, the Harley-Davidson can go this fast? That is ridiculous. So yeah, it is. It's not a slouch. Now we gonna move on to the next thing, which is basically we have to talk about positioning and obviously handling on the V-Rod. Now the V-Rod basically is, yes, it is. Let's get straight to it. It's not gonna be like your superbike. It's not gonna be like your 600cc superbike. It's not gonna be like your scrambler. Around corners, you know, you're leaning on the bike, you can only lean so much because of the pegs of the way you're sat on the bike, which therefore it's mainly a Sportster Cruiser, I would say, this bike, and I think that's a correct title for it. Cool. All right, and the positioning is cool. However, it is sometimes a bit yeah, it does cost you if you go on some long rides. I did 520 miles to Wales with the boys, and it did kill me. Listen to this though. It is a bit damp, so I can't exactly push it. I'm really skeptical of the road. Gosh. That's crazy. Now, I mean, it's not a bad thing around corners, but if you're comparing it to motorcycles that are, you know, you get your knee down, you can't compare it to that, because yeah, I'm not going to disagree with the fact that they are better around corners than this bike, without a doubt. I'm not suggesting that it is better, but the V-Rod is you get someone coming around the corner with a 1000cc CBR or Yamaha R1, yeah, you might get a few head turners, but I guarantee you right now, if I came back behind you, people would be looking at me more. Trust me, this bike is insane coming around that corner and looking, hearing, sounding. Oh geez, you just, yeah, cool, but it does break your back. So I'd say therefore you need to have about an hour ride. You can push yourself an hour and a half, but if you're doing long hauls, you need to break it down really, because yeah, it will break you down. If you're going on some motorway rides, then basically that will break your back. I mean, look at it, it's got no fairing, it's got nothing breaking the wind other than yourself, and your chest is up high, your head's up high, so you feel it in your chest, your back, and your neck as well. But you know, if you broke it down to hour rides and a stop for 10 minutes and then an hour, and you're doing about 3-4 hours journey, you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. And let's not make any sounds so good. Let's not make any suggestions that it is just for the fact of, you know, it's uncomfortable, you shouldn't buy one. Would you rather buy a bike that you'll be going for 3-hour hauls on the bike and feel comfortable, or would you rather have a bike that you go for a 3-hour haul, but you have 1 hour, every 1 hour you have a stop, and then basically you enjoy the bike, you enjoy the actual feeling of the bike. Now I bought this bike because it's not for the actual reasoning of enjoying the sky or the trees or the wildlife. I bought the bike because this bike, listen to it, come on now, that's the first thing I bought it for. The drama, the excitement, the power, the sheer presence it brings me, it brings soul, makes me feel like king on the bike. And when you're around other V-Rods, you feel like you're all kings, because it's cool. It is cool. So therefore, the riding position, the scenery, yeah, it does. You do enjoy the scenery because obviously it's dry, but you just don't give a shit about the scenery at all. It's mainly about that bike. That is why I bought the bike. So if you're looking to buy a bike that has and brings a smile to your face every hour and you rest, then trust me, this is the bike you would love. Long haul rides, like, you know, on the bike for 3 hours straight and get off the bike and feeling good, nah, not my life at all. I'm not about that life. Well, not yet anyway. Maybe when I'm older, but yeah, not now. Now, that is about handling and the actual, oh gosh, jeez, the actual comfort of the bike, the positioning. Number 4, we're going to talk about, what we need to talk about is maintenance and insurance. You know, all those things that cost you that money to look after the bike and put the bike on the road. So maintenance wise, yeah, it can be expensive unless you have your own tools or whatever, and you can do some stuff yourself. Like I did my own oil change, my oil filter change. That cost me £40 to get the oil and the filter. Did it myself, and research and all those kind of things too. And I'm doing that every year now. Did one last year, and it was simple, very simple. It's alright. Take it to Harley-Davidson. Jeez, they rip your trousers down. And I'm not saying nothing against Harley-Davidson. Their brand is really great. I mean, I've got a Harley-Davidson myself. Come on, but you know, to pay for their services, it is fairly expensive. And yeah, maybe one day I'd love to experience that. I'd love to experience that if I can afford it. Right now, I can't afford it. So who knows? Maybe in the future, I'll hopefully do a video where I can share the experience with you, taking it down to my local Harley-Davidson shop and see what they're about. Maybe do a little video about them. Who knows? But maintenance-wise, for that reason, yeah, it is quite expensive. Now, on the one thing you cannot escape from is maintenance of parts of the bike. Some parts are expensive, some parts aren't. You buy some Chinese knockoff stuff, yeah, then it's gonna be slightly cheaper. So therefore, like buying the mirrors on my brother's bike, as you see right now, I sold mine for £160 because they're OEM, Harley-Davidson OEM mirrors. They're worth a bit of money as it's discontinued, and OEM mirrors are obviously produced with the bike. I don't know if you can buy any new ones from Harley-Davidson, but I think they're quite pricey still. But you know, buying the ones on the net that have nicer probably looking stems, because they're, you know, they're LED lights that are orange, but also they're not yellow covered. They actually look smoked, but they are cheaper. So things like parts, the mirrors, the airbox, the fenders, customizing the bike, yeah, it's pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie. You know, that rear fender on my bike right now, that was £300 from Rod Squad. I got it for second hand, it was cheaper. You know, that's a different thing. But you know, buying brand new stuff is expensive. You know, buying some air suspension for the bike, that's some serious dollar. Buying some lowering suspension for the rears is expensive. Buying some handlebars, I got quoted for those, £600 for a set of drag style handlebars. The airbox, that cost about £400. The wheels, jeez, I don't even know what the wheels cost, but wowzers, it's yeah, it's not cheap. So, but again, it's discontinued, so therefore it is going to cost you some money to buy some of the actual parts. So yeah, maintenance wise, you're looking at spending some money. You know, I bought also a gear selector shaft, which is discontinued by Harley-Davidson. They don't make those no more for the V-Rod. You can buy some on the net for £250. We, on the other hand, got a decent deal with our boy Jason, who hooked us up with a guy in America. We bought it very, 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 very good price. Very good price. Let's just say I got two of those for less than the price of one. Because we bought it in bulk. We bought 20 of them from this guy, and yeah, he gave us a really good, very, 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 very good price. And the reason why I bought these, because I ride the bike hard, as you can tell. So therefore, if it does go, this gear select shaft, I need one, and I am paying £250 for one, guys. Tell you that now. So yeah, it is not cheap to maintain the bike, but I love this thing. I love this thing, and I love looking after it. You know, it's my pride and joy. If something breaks, I can store in the garage and fix it myself if I can. Obviously, if I have the tools and I have the brain power for it, then yeah. But I love it, and it's worth it. It's worth that smile on your face. So yeah, I would say definitely the maintenance is worth every penny of it. And you learn. If you ever have a V-Rod that you're tied into the UK at all, get in touch with me, guys. I will get you on the V-Rod chat, get some rides with us as well. We have so much information that we can help you with, to understand the bike, to learn from the bike, to learn how to where to go or what to get, you know, all those things that are question marks on it. Even if you are basically worldwide, comment down below, please. Let me know about your V-Rod, any problems you've had. Who knows, I may know people. There's 60 of us in the actual WhatsApp group that have had the same problem as you, that we could find out and basically give you the answer to it. Because yeah, it is something we need to all learn about. If you had the problem and I don't know about it, and I learn it from you, and we get the right reason to why it was fixed, then I learned something too, because I have one myself. So maintenance wise, you know, yeah, it is worth looking after the bike. Now we move on to number 5. Now this is the main reason why you should, I'm gonna say it, why you should buy one. Whether it's your first bike or not, you should buy a V-Rod. You could buy this is your first bike, another bike, and then learn on the other bike, but you should buy one as soon as possible. Because why? They are discontinued, guys. They are discontinued. So therefore, it is going to creep up in value one day, and it is creeping up slightly. Sold in, you know, 12 to 13,000 pounds for a V-Rod, and yeah, it's only going to keep going higher. Now I love all V-Rods. Don't take this the wrong way, please. But if a V-Rod, if my bike, let's do a hindsight. If I crash my V-Rod, done, written off, gone, finished. One V-Rod less. That's why. One V-Rod less on the planet could rise the actual price of the bike itself. And if there, let's say, I don't know, 100 bikes or V-Rods left in the world, you will be probably earning, you probably get a lot of money offered for that bike. I don't know how much, but you know, probably be worth a lot of money. But take money away, take money away. The main reason why as well you should have one is its presence on the road. It's discontinued. There's no new ones being sold, which means if you own one, you buy one, you are one of the main guys to own a V-Rod in the world that no one will ever get to buy brand new. So therefore, it holds its presence on the road as a bike that it's probably quite rare. It's really rare. And when I pull up next to people on the bike, oh wow, they love it. They absolutely love it. And they say, what bike is that? I'm like, it's a Harley-Davidson. What? A Harley-Davidson? I'm like, yeah. It's a V-Rod. They're like, I don't know what that is. And that alone is the best reason why you should buy one as your first bike or as an add-on to your garage. Hands down, guys. Hands down. You just cannot argue with that. First of all, investment. Second of all, it's cool and it's rare on the road. I mean, yeah, just listen to it. Just riding at the speed limit, and you know, if I'm riding at the speed limit or pulling gears, listen to my voice. You can hear my voice slightly. I'm just so excited on the bike. I mean, wow. I'm truly blessed to own this bike, and yeah, it is a real, it's, yeah, wow. You know, sometimes I actually watch the videos on my big screen downstairs and enjoy it myself, and yeah, it is sweet, honestly. It brings back memories and enjoyment of the actual bike. I love it. So yeah, guys, please, if you can do so, like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Get in touch if you own a V-Rod in the UK or V-Rod at all. Put down a comment underneath this video, and who knows, if you want me to, I can even post your V-Rod on my YouTube videos as well. And yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? If you have any things you'd like to show on the net, I'm all down for it, guys. I will definitely add that onto the actual videos. But guys, just like that, this video is over. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed this last clip of the video. Hit that subscribe button and comment down below, and please like this video. Get me on the algorithm of YouTube, and let's get to 1,000 subscribers ASAP.
Right guys, I mean that is it basically on the bike itself. It is fairly, yeah, you love it and you hate it sometimes, but you love it more. I'd say you'd love it about 80%. That's a good one actually. I do need reviews on bikes in the future. I'm gonna say basically that, love it or hate it. What's the percentage of this bike? Love it or hate it, I would say this here, for me, 90% I love it, 10% of the time I would hate it. Why? If it rains, wet weather, it gets all dirty. You gotta clean it, you gotta look after it. I mean, jeez, I did this to my brother's bike last year, cleaned it, and it looked crazy afterwards. It looked absolutely perfect. When you ride it in the wet, you have to clean it afterwards. You know what I mean? Look, all the grime comes up over here, up underneath. I really thoroughly wipe this bike down after I use it. So I give it a good clean one day as well and look after it. That's why you probably hate it for the one reason. The second reason is the uncomfortable nature of riding the bike itself on long journeys. You have to have a few rests basically, because your bike's gonna feel it. And those two reasons are the two big reasons why you would hate this bike only. And this leads basically to the main reason why you should buy a Harley-Davidson V-Rod. Should it be your first bike? Yes. Why? Business-wise, you're going to buy a motorcycle right now. The depreciation of any vehicle or motorcycle, you will have that. With these bikes, if you buy one for let's say £10,000, you're most likely to sell it for maybe even more in the future, because these bikes are discontinued. Maybe, you know, rent a motorcycle that's 600cc for a time being, or whatever, like. But I wouldn't necessarily say no to buying a Harley-Davidson V-Rod, muscle, or night rod for that matter, because it is basically an investment which you won't lose money on. It won't depreciate it unless obviously you crash it, you damage it, or you don't look after it. Those are the main reasons why it will depreciate. However, if you do all those things and you look after it and you take care of your pride and joy, you enjoy it, this thing is a great investment. You will not lose any money on this bike if you make it look good. In fact, if you were to customize it, you would increase the value of the bike. So like you see on the internet, people be selling these bikes for serious money. But you know, this is the main reason why I think you should buy this bike, is because it's a great investment to have on or in your garage, because actually it's not going to depreciate. Insurance wise, it's not that expensive for me at all. I paid last year on my first ever year of owning the bike, I paid £340 annually, so on a year. This year it went down to £210. This is an expensive bike, guys. Yeah guys, let's take you on some roads now, and I'll do no talking, I'll just take you on for a ride. Riding time, yeah? Here we go now. Right, we have made it back. We have made it back. The main thing is buying one of these bikes for your first bike. Thumbs up for it, I think. If you are wanting to learn on a smaller bike that is easy to ride, thumbs down for this bike. But it's your choice. You can buy a bike like this, you not lose money or gain money. You want to have a sweet ride. You know, it's totally up to you, I guess. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, like this video. Please pop me up on the YouTube algorithm, please. I really want to keep pushing this. Your motivation gives me more motivation as well. If you enjoyed the video, leave a comment, say subscribe as well, and let's get making more videos. The next video will be on you guys. If you'd like to learn how to vlog on the bike itself, it'll be better on the ride, and explaining what we need to get to basically make yourself eligible to talk on camera. I went through a lot of speed bumps, and it was very difficult. I'm gonna lay it down simple. What's going on, guys? Welcome to PHP 89, guys.